Hatutaki chakula sisi.
Kazi yetu ni kutenga.
Tunaenda siana, tutirenda hilio. Tutikwenda hilio. Tukuri ati siana si tutaramenya kuri hilio.
Yeye mwenyewe no arie, mwana wake ndari ho. No one hilio arie. Ona mai ni
hatutaki chakula. Waambie hatutaki chakula.
Rudi nazo.
Sisi tunataka watoto, hatutaki chakula tafadhali. Hatutaki chakula, hatutaki.
Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Awino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. Now, there is this thing that is really hitting hard, and I would like us to talk about it. It's really hitting hard, and I think everybody feels the pain. In as much as you don't have a child, or maybe your brother, your sister, your child did not disappear or did not burn in this school, but it really hits hard. You know, it's shocking how the same day that we all remember that day when there was a power blackout, all over the country. That same night when there was power blackout, where there was total blackout in the country, that is the same night that there are some ambulances that were seen entering Jkia. I want us to go slowly by slowly. The same night that there was a total blackout in the country. That is the same night that there are some of the ambulances that were seen entering Jkia, something that has never happened before. That is the same night that there was a fire outbreak and some of the students burned in school. That is the same night that 70 pupils, 70 kids disappeared. What does that one show? All these things, if you try to connect them, you know, okay, what gives us total connection of these is that there is no way you can tell us that ambulances are seen entering Jkia, something that has never happened before, and 70 pupils are disappearing. You know, 70 pupils, that is for those who have seen those buses that comes from Githurai. That is let's say for instance they carry 35, or they carry those are two full buses carrying 35 or 30 plus another small vehicle. So these pupils disappear, 70 of them, and then the ambulance is seen entering Jkia. So it means that if we are not living in an era whereby human trafficking is done in this country, then I don't know. There must be something happening. There must be something happening in the government. And this government, these people does not want to tell us what is really happening. You cannot tell us that pupils disappear. Okay, let us ask this question. That the boy that called the father after the dormitory had the dome had burned, this kid called the father and told the father that he is safe. And then at the end of the day, we come to realize that even this kid that called the parent disappears. That one also brings us to this question, that which phone did this kid use? Who was the owner of this phone? Can it be traced so that we can know the owner of this phone? Because knowing the owner of this phone can lead us. You know, there is no way you can tell us. There is no way the government can tell us. Let us now speak the truth. There is no single day, there is no way the government can tell us that 70 people can be roaming all over the streets without knowing where they are going, without knowing where they are coming from, without knowing the direction of their school, without knowing anybody, not even anybody meeting them. 70 pupils disappears. They are not dead. They just disappear like that. That is a lie. So the government is supposed to come out and tell us what exactly happened with these pupils. Where are they? Is the government aware of the disappearance? Why is it that these ambulances were seen entering Jkia? Jkia. And then you end up taking, it is so much painful for the government to take food. You are taking food to someone whose child has disappeared. It is very much painful. It's like now you are mocking these parents.
Hatutaki chakula sisi.
Kazi yetu ni kutenga.
Tunaenda siana, tutirenda ilio. Tutikwenda ilio. Tutikwenda ilio. Tukuri atia siana sisi tutaramenya kuri ilio.
Yeye mwenyewe no arie, mwana wake ndari ho. No one ilio arie. Ona mai ni
hatutaki chakula. Waambie hatutaki chakula.
Rudi nazo.
Sisi tunataka watoto, hatutaki chakula tafadhali. Hatutaki chakula, hatutaki. Oi turenda siana, tutirenda ilio. Tutikwenda ilio, turenda siana maoi. Hatutaki chakula, tunataka watoto. Oi ken. Oi bwana turenda ilio siake. Oi jama turenda mwana. Turenda ilio siake. Yo turenda ilio.
Ya namba za nota ndingo.
Oi mwana kiwa. Tutirenda ilio maoi ma. Moi tutirenda ilio, turenda mwana. Mama noni
tumecheza nyumbani.
Chakula ni mingi hapa shamba. Muretina mukirehero litia irio.
No siasa. Na ciana citũ ciĩho.
Moi matũhe ciana tũtirenda irio mwathani. Matũtirenda irio, tũrenda ciana.
Irio twĩna cio.
You are taking food to someone who have lost a child, and then you tell them that it was God's will. There is no way you can convince us that this is God's will. Maybe that is your own God, but the God that we know is not willing to kill innocent kids. God himself is saying that let the little children come to me, for the kingdom of God belongs to them, but not kill them. This dormitory burned. The door, when it was burning, the door was locked from outside. The dormitory was locked from outside. Where was the security when this dormitory was burning? Where was the school? Were the school matron and the school patron at that time? The teacher on duty, where was he or she? Can the admin come out and tell us? Can the admin come out to explain, to answer all these questions that we are asking? Because we really need to know the truth of the matter. We really need to know what exactly happened. We really need to know, where are these kids? Are they the ones that were transported on that night that there was power blackout to the Jkia and being exported? Are we doing human trafficking? That is the question. Are we having the government that is doing human trafficking without us knowing? There are some of the incidents that have happened in this country that if Kenyans will not wake up and come out to talk about them, they'll just end up like that. Let us take, for instance, the issue of the Shakahola massacre. That story ended the moment Mackenzie was taken to prison. That is the moment that this story ended. No one has ever talked about it, by the way. No one has ever talked about this issue of Shakahola. The moment Mackenzie was arrested, that is the moment that it ended, and it involved lives. People lost their lives in that massacre. People lost their lives in that incident. A lot of people lost their lives. Let us take a look at what happened in Githurai, the Githurai massacre. How many people disappeared? How many people disappeared on that night that there was massacre? There was live shooting bullets in Githurai. How many lost their lives? Some of them are nobody even knows up to the moment. Now, nobody knows. Some of them don't even know where their brothers, their sisters, their mothers are. Nobody knows. But the government is silent, assuming that everything is okay. Let us take a look at what happened in Mukuru kwa Njenga. How many bodies were found? How many bodies were found in that dump site? At that dump site. And then they end up arresting someone who does not even know anything. It doesn't even look like a Kenyan. And then the story ends like that. All these things are happening, yet we have got the DCI. What is the function of the DCI in the country? Why can't these people come out to tell us the truth? Because what Kenyans need is the truth. The government, what the government does, the government continues with their lives as usual. They continue stealing people's money. They continue doing everything, giving us fake promises. Yet the people that they're supposed to take care of, they don't even take care of them. They continue. They are looking for ways on how they can increase debt, finding ways on how they can pin down a normal Kenyan mwananchi without taking care of these issues. Right now, these are the important issues that the government should take care of. Not these issues of going abroad. Right now, where is William Ruto going to? To Germany to do what? He came from China. What did he go to do China? And then Mbadi is telling us that we need to pay debt. Which debt are we going to pay? Why should you tell us to pay debt, yet the people that you are supposed to take care of, you're not even taking care of them? We really need to know the truth. We really need to get into the bottom of this, and the government needs to tell us what exactly is going on in the government. That is it. We really need to know what is going on. You cannot tell us that 70 pupils are disappearing. More than 21 of them are burning. More than 21 of them are burning into ashes in a dormitory, which has been locked. Suppose this one is not an accident. Suppose this thing was not a plan. The dormitory could have not been locked from outside. If at all the government have decided to do sacrifice, if at all the government have decided now they want to sacrifice innocent blood, let people know. You know, there's no way Richard Ruto can tell us that God's will. Which God's will? Which God are we talking about? Which God are you talking about? We really need to know that. We really need to be told the truth. Because if things goes on like this, and if Kenyans will keep on silent, then haya mambo yatazidi kuendelea kila siku na si wenyewe ndo tutakuja kuumia. Tell me why the issue of Mackenzie, the Shakahola, it ended. Nobody talks about it, just like the way I've said. The Githurai one, nobody talks about it. The Mukuru kwa Njenga, nobody talks about it. And now this one, and the government is just silent. They're taking food to the people who have lost their kids. You know, kuna msemo usema kwamba uchungu wa mwana ajuaye ni mzazi. So if at all, if you can, you know, I even wonder the people that took food to these people. It's like they don't even feel the pain that these people are feeling. They don't feel the pain that these parents are feeling. It is, you know, it's only a person who is not human that cannot feel this pain. But it is very much painful. So we really need to know what exactly happened. We really need to know where these kids are. We really need to be told how these things started and what is the cause. Are we really having a government that is doing human trafficking? That is it. It's like we're having the government that is increasing debt, going to borrow money, and then doing human trafficking. Because 70 pupils, there's no way 70 pupils can disappear. That is a lie. Not even three pupils can disappear without a trace. Right now, there are 70 of them plus 21 plus have died. So let's say, for instance, that a total of 100 families have lost their kids. 100 families have lost their kids. How painful is that? That 100 families have lost their kids simply because they took their kids to a boarding school, knowing that they'll be taken care of by the teachers, knowing that the government will take care of their kids, knowing that their kids are going to learn. And then at the end of the day, the kids disappear, the kids die. And I asked this yesterday, that I think the only solution that we need to do right now, that parents need to do right now, if at all you have your child, that you've taken your child to a boarding school, please make sure that you take out your child from that boarding school, take him or her to a day school. At least be seeing that it's better you see your child every day than assuming that your kid is safe yet is not safe. Let boarding school be left maybe for the high school, for the high schoolers, but for the pupils, please make sure that you take your child out of a boarding school. Have your child next to you so that you should not pass through this painful moment that these parents are passing through. After all, guys, that is all I have for today. Let me also know what you think in the comment section. But just a reminder, if you're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can also like, share, and drop a comment and tell him what you think and where you're watching us from. As I normally say, that feedback is normally the key thing in informal communication, and not fail to appreciate those who have been giving us the support. Because without the support, this channel cannot grow and cannot be where it is as now. Until we meet again, I've been your host, Boniface Awino. Bye-bye.